Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are. It's all right, that was just one of my neighbours, God bless her, I was just waving. Sorry, I do get distracted, my delicious babies. Now then, so I hope that you're all super duper well, my delicious babies. So much love to you all, okay? Now, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by, and I hope that you too are having a super duper and wonderful time wherever you are in the world, and that life is treating you most wonderfully. So much love to you all, my delicious babies. Now then, it's very dull outside, okay? It's trying to rain, okay? Tiny bit of wind, but not a lot. And at the moment, it's dry. But of course, you know, it could be different in other parts of the old UK. I do apologise, yes, sticking up in a part there. Anyway, my delicious babies, not to worry. Now then, right, okay, let me just make a start. So, there's something I'd like to say, my delicious babies, and can I please just take this time to say thank you to anybody who views my videos or even watches my videos, okay? And I hope that, you know, for whoever does, God bless you all, you're so beautiful. And, you know, you can take away some information with you, do you see what I mean, yes? So thank you, and God bless you all, and thank you for any likes as well, God bless you. Right then, so anyway, something said to me to have a look at in my dog and burn, okay? When was it now? I forgot to say it yesterday, a couple of days ago. And I did a video with my delicious, beautiful, dear little friend, dear little Cash, yes? And it was like a singer, you know, see, I'm stumbling here. Sing-song, my delicious babies, yes? And there was songs on there, okay? And of course, you know, it come up on my copyright, okay? So I was informed, my delicious little babies, okay? I've just rechecked it again, just so that I got me information correct in my old noddle, okay? So I was informed that my video cannot be viewed in some countries. So what it's saying, okay, is that I do not need to, this is what it's saying, my delicious babies, I do not need to take any action, and I can keep my video up. So I do not have to delete it, okay? But what it's saying, the song that seems to be an issue was the last song that we played, which was called Trouble by Elvis. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? So what they're saying is that, you know, I can keep my video up, okay? That's not an issue, okay? And then in one mouthful they're talking about copyright, and then in another mouthful they're saying it is not copyright, okay? It's really confusing. Anyway, I was going to write it down, but I just thought, you know what, just leave it, do you see what I mean? I'll just explain it the best way that I can. Yeah, now the country, because it said in some countries, you know, so the video, our video has been blocked. Okay, my delicious babies, but it was only mentioning one country, my delicious babies, and that's Russia. Okay, my delicious babies, it seems to be Russia. Okay, there's no mention of any other countries, just Russia. But then it was telling me that in some countries, my video has been blocked so that others cannot view it. Okay, my delicious babies, okay, so just thought I'd let you know that, yeah. So just with the one song, Trouble. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Yeah, really strange. And of course, you know, and of course to be banned anyway in Russia. My delicious babies. Anyway, questions. Anyway, but my video is still there, my delicious babies. Anyway, I mean, you can go onto YouTube, you know, and just type in Trouble, you know, Elvis Presley, you know, and you can hear the song yourself, my delicious babies. It's not a long song. It's only a short song. Okay, my delicious babies. Yes, anyway. So just thought I'd let you know anyway. But surprise, you know, I've had other copyrights before. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, yes? But, you know, it's just really odd. Anyway, not to worry, okay? It's one of those things, isn't it, my delicious little babies, yes? But whoever got to view it, well, Thank you for viewing it. Oh, yeah, sorry, Mardlish Babies. Now, only 2 pieces of information today, Mardlish Babies. Okay, so the first one, okay, so this one is both on YouTube, Mardlish Babies. Okay, so this is Jeff Taylor, so it's Jeff Taylor, Jeff Taylor. He happens to have 150,000 subscribers on old YouTube, Mardlish Babies. So he's the uploader, and like I say about any of them, not in that way, yes. The video that you're looking for, Mardlish Babies, which of course, me personally, I'm not shocked at all at this, okay? Should read with Jeff Taylor on old YouTube. Sweden shock, okay, Mardlish Babies. The army called in. So I'll repeat again. Sweden shock. Army called in. Okay, Mardlish Babies. Now, it's not a long video. It's only about just over 8 minutes long. But Jeffrey's there explaining that, yeah, there seems to be big time troubles in Sweden, it seems. But of course, you see, when we go back so many years, Mardlish Babies, okay, because well, I was done saying it on another one of my videos. I'm pretty sure I did. That, you know, there was this. I mean, for a start off, when it was the lockdowns, Mardlish Babies, well, they only according to what I'd heard, but there in Sweden, okay, well, they did not have it, there we are, as bad as in other countries. Mardlish Babies, like if you look at Spain, okay, well, they had it, there we are, really bad. Do you know what I mean? The treatment over there, just like Australia, the treatment over there, God bless them and God bless the Spanish. Do you understand what I mean? So, you know, I mean, well, to me, it was very... well, and what's going on now with everything is just, well, it's tyranny, it's tyrannical. Do you see what I mean? Mardlish Babies, that's what's going on, yes. But I was not shocked at all. But if we go back some years ago, you know, because ones are having the old, you know, chip and pin. Do you see what I mean, Mardlish Babies? And of course, you know, they were going round, you know, waving it, you know, feeling most happy with themselves. Do you see what I mean? That they've got the old chip and pin. Do you see what I mean, Mardlish Babies? Yes. So, you know, when we look at the leader, you know, because as you all very well know, I cannot stand any of the putrid governments globally. No, I cannot, okay? Well, now, yeah, the army's called in. You know, you're in the army now. Whoa, whoa, you're in the army now. Do you see what I mean? So yes, you know, I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? But then we have to look at, and like I said, we get back to the leader. Well, you see, when you look, right, at the little Muppets and puppets, yes, that we've got globally, okay? Well, I've seen any country, the UK, any country, right, that, you know, if you know that bringing others, shall we say, into your countries is going to cause trouble. Ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense to know this, okay? Well, the fact of the matter is, well, simple things, isn't it? You do not let them in. There we are, it's common sense, okay? But of course, you know, in Sweden, I mean, they've had everything. I mean, and of course, you know, you've had a lot of, very sadly, you know, I'm sorry to have to say this, you know, women being attacked, you know. Well, it's just awful. Do you see what I mean? But of course, they had to find a way, okay, to, and this is what we're hearing more and more, because the old bill in Sweden, okay, the police, well, they simply cannot control everything what's going on. Mardlish Babies, okay, so of course, you know, they're getting the, you know, the army, okay, but of course, if we go back, you know, there's actually a mention a few years back as well, okay, to do with the armies, and not just in Sweden, Mardlish Babies, but, you know, in other countries, okay, Mardlish Babies, you know, so I know what I heard, My delicious little babies, yes, anyway. So we'll have to just keep listening, there we are, to what's happening in Sweden. But I mean, at the same time, you know, you got to feel sorry, you know, that, you know, what's going on. But at the same time, you know, you know, this is a slightly separate thing, but ones who, you know, just want the freedom and think they're going to be free by having the old chip and pin, well, it seems to me that things are not quite rocking and rolling the way that they should. Because like I said, I mean, I watched a video, and when was that? That was over a few years back now, where they went to unlock something, you know, with the old chip and pin in their hand, yes? Well, it wouldn't unlock. My delicious little babies. But of course, you know, it's, you know, easy enough to put the chip and pin, but it's really not easy to get out, and your hand would be completely damaged by it. My delicious little babies, yes, okay. And of course, I'm sure that for some of you probably heard about, well, for some of you delicious little babies, you would have heard about this, but for other delicious little babies, you would not have heard about it. But, you know, where do we even wanting to put, you know, chips in our flipping heads? My delicious little babies, this is how bonkers, crackers and crazy. But of course, you know, this has been in a long time in the making, you know, to do this to us. Well, I'm not having no effing chip in my flipping hand or in my effing head. Do you see what I mean? Not a chance, okay? But we can see the level of, there we are, of brainwashing, okay? And, you know, very sadly, but Sweden was a typical example of this. Do you see? But now things are totally, there we are, out of control, but this has been building in Sweden. My delicious little babies, you know, I've been hearing, there we are, long-term things. Do you see what I mean? So when I heard this, I mean, God bless them, you know, because there'd be some, I mean, all that they wanted was their, you know, just to live in a nice country. I mean, really, that's all that any of us want. You know, wherever we come from, wherever we live, you know, we just want to be there. We are just in a nice country, you know, just to be left alone, just to, you know, as long as you're not harming anybody. Do you understand what I mean? Just to be left alone to do your own thing now, do you see? But, yeah, I mean, I am feeling sorry for them. I'm especially feeling sorry for the ones who walked straight into the flipping lion's den and went and had these things without doing no research, without thinking to themselves, well, what is this all about? You know, because like I said, if anybody's going to give you something free, especially the putrid governments, let me tell you know, it must always be questioned. My delicious little babies, which of course, you know, I just done saying it, do you see what I mean? But I can see that, you know, I'm not a negative woman, my delicious little babies, but, you know, I mean, you've got other things that, like I say as well, you know, things that go on in Mexico as well. Do you see what I mean? I mean, please do not get me wrong. I mean, you know, I'm sure that you got your tourist spots and things like that where it's all very lovely and pleasant and everything. But of course, there's been loads of trouble. There we are with shootings, with everything. I'm sorry to have to say it, but, you know, in Mexico, my delicious little babies, and of course, when that wasn't happening, there was like flipping buildings just flipping falling. Do you see what I mean? I've seen it. My delicious little babies anyway, so, you know, I've been talking about Mexico before anyway. But yeah, so we just got to send our prayers really, because it's well and truly flipping out of control in Sweden, do you see? But like I said, I'm not shocked at this at all. You know, I'm sorry to have to say that, my delicious little babies, but it doesn't shock me at all. I mean, it's flipping bonkers, crackers and crazy what's going on. There we are in some countries, it really is, okay? And then we've got, so that's on YouTube, my delicious babies now then. Listen to this now. So you've got, which of course, you know, we were, oh my guy's itching. You know, we were, sorry everybody, right. Of course, you know, I mean, this as well. I was thinking to myself, well, it's only a matter of time, isn't it? This is Maya Tusi. Or Maya Tusi TV on YouTube, My Delicious Little Babies, okay? Maya Tusi TV. He has 314,000 subscribers on old YouTube. my delicious little babies. But anyway, it's just a case of just typing, he's the uploader, just typing his name into YouTube, please, and thank you, my delicious little babies. And for those of you who are interested in listening to any of the videos today, then please, because I'm sure that there'll be somebody who somebody knows. You're in the army now. Whoa, whoa, you're in the army now. Live. This is a day ago, my delicious little babies. Britain sends troops to Ukraine. My delicious little babies, okay? I remember talking to a lovely dear family. It's raining now. It's raining. Surprise, surprise. Okay. A lovely family. When was it? Months ago now? I said on one of my videos months ago. And they were saying, because the son wasn't there, do you see what I mean? There was the mother, daughter and the father. God bless them all. And they were saying that their son, who's 17 at the time, wanted to go into the army. And I was doing everything I could to explain for him not to go in the army. Okay, my delicious little babies, because of course, what would be happening is that very sadly, God love him, like God loved the other soldiers, that, they're going to the passings, aren't they? And then, of course, if they're blessed to still be alive, for most, they end up with horrendous injuries. And on top of all of this now, they have an awful flipping PTSD as well. Sorry, see, I stumbled on that, didn't I? My delicious little babies. So yes, live, I'll repeat once again, Britain sends troops to Ukraine. So why, my delicious little babies? This is what I want to know. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I'm going to close my book, because like I said, there's only a couple of pieces of information. Why are British going to fight a war that basically is nothing to do with us? My delicious little babies. I forgot to put my lights on. 3, 2, 1, beam me out. Okay. So we have to ask ourselves this question, don't we? I mean, really, if you look at it, you've had that many, God bless, in Ukraine, okay, where basically they have been, God bless, very sadly, no longer with us. My delicious little babies, do you say? And what for? And they're even being, which it's been happening big time, hasn't it? Where they've been dragged out to their homes, and the only ones that mentioned this before, I mention it again, and the only ones who, could get around this is ones who are the more wealthier, to pay, because it's like a mafia, to pay these off. What was it? $7 grand. Okay, my delicious little babies, lights keep going on and off. We're having a party. Well, we're not having a flipping party talking about this anyway. And so, and of course that's spared, anybody's son or daughter, from being dragged into the war in Ukraine, this all going on in Ukraine, okay? And of course, to the other families who could not afford the $7 grand, you imagine, $7 grand per head. Flip me. That must be flipping good business, mustn't it, for some? Okay? I personally do not see it as good business. I personally feel it's flipping effing disgusting, but that's just me. Okay, my delicious babies, and I'm sure that for others, who have a heart, that they would feel exactly the same way, my delicious babies, okay? So to me, well, now we're looking at, our soldiers from the UK. This is absolutely nothing to do with us. And yet, other countries are just brought in. Do you see what I mean? And then everybody's got to go and pay, everything to Ukraine. When we've got enough problems, there we are, in our own flipping countries. But are the leaders giving a shout about any of us out here? No, they're not. Do you say? But if that was me, my delicious little babies, God bless, put it this way, if I ever had a son, God bless, you said to me, he wouldn't be going into no flipping army. No, he wouldn't. Do you see what I mean? I'd do everything in my flipping power to stop it. I can assure you of that now. Do you know what I mean? My delicious little babies, okay? So really, the army over here in the UK, they need to really look at this very carefully. They really, really do. Because look what we're going to end up with. More, very sadly, with their lives being ended. And what for? And also, where's all of this ka-ching going? You know, all these billions here and billions there, all to Ukraine. So where's it all going? My delicious little babies. We know where it's going, don't we? My delicious little babies. There we are. Yes, we do know where it's going. Okay? Funneling. Anyway, my delicious little babies, so that's the end of my video. I've got nothing more to say. I'm going to turn my lights out because it was looking like we're having a party, okay? But this is no flipping party, what's going on. I'm telling you, it's disgusting and it's putrid. Yeah, and we should not be dragged in. We should not be dragged in to a war which has got flipping F-all to do with us. You know what I mean? And then sending our dear, families, and their sons going over. I mean, hasn't anybody, and our flipping putrid flipping effing leaders, haven't they learnt anything from over the decades with wars? Do you see? My delicious little babies, yes? Flipping putrid it is. You know, when I heard that, I mean, to be honest, part of me wasn't surprised, right? But the other part, it just really peed me off. My delicious little babies, yes? Because this is not a war that we should be fighting. And really, no country, okay, the UK or any other country, right, should not be flipping giving ka-ching all to one country. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, yes? At the end of the day, the leaders, I mean, for goodness sake, I mean, what's it going to take? My delicious little babies, what's it going to take? I've said it before and I repeat it again. These are just the comeuppets and puppets, yes, and they've been flipping there we are used as well. Okay? So when are they just not going to flipping wake up and see what's going on? Okay, my delicious little babies, yes? And all that anyone can be bothered with at this moment in time is these poxy flipping elections. I mean, I've seen a comment, I cannot remember which video it was on now, my delicious little babies. I'm not shouting at you, my delicious little babies. It's just things like this really upset me and get me angry. Do you understand what I mean? Yes? When you know that innocent lives, just like the other lives, have lost their lives in these wars. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, it just really flipping hurts me to my heart. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious babies? But what was it now? I can't remember what video it's on now. It was yesterday. And sometimes I look at comments and sometimes I do not. And so it just depends what mood I'm in, my delicious babies. Yes, okay? And said, oh, yes. And somebody had put, yes, vote reform. When I keep saying this, my delicious babies, until I'm blue in the effing bird race, right? When are others going to understand that by voting for any party, they're not going to be working for us or in any other country, okay? They do things for themselves. They're usually bought. The more corrupt you are, you get paid more ka-ching. Do you see to me? When you look at it, see, these are all lackeys in every single country for we know who. Do you see? My delicious little babies. Yes, when they think that they're in all wonderful and prestigious jobs, really, they're just, there we are, lackeys. Nothing more, nothing less, that's it, I'm done saying it. But none of them are here to help any of us. And that's in every single country, my delicious little babies. Do you say? I mean, I can only hope as well that, what's going on in Africa as well, in West Africa. In fact, I haven't, I must have a look today, okay, but I've got a few other things and I've got a healing to do a bit later. But the point of the matter is this, so I'm going to have a listen to do with Africa, the latest, but I can only hope, you know, and that's, do you know what I mean, that leaders and that they learn and they see from over the decades. Do you see what I mean, Maatelijk babies? This is... Oh, I don't want to talk about it, you know, Maatelijk babies. I just get cheesed off. Just have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. It's not just me in an irritable mood. I'm not in an irritable mood when I first came on. It's just that when I think, you know, God bless the beautiful dear little souls, the soldiers, yes, who lose their lives, okay, and over the decades, right? But it doesn't just affect, okay, it affects the family. Do you understand what I mean, Maatelijk babies? And also, you have to think about, which I do, okay? You have to think about, I mean, for goodness sake, I mean, for these poor soldiers who lost their lives and over the decades as well, I mean, for goodness sake, I mean, they must have been absolutely terrified. Do you see what I mean, Maatelijk babies? I mean, the terror would have been awful, but you know, it's the families, you know, over the decades, you know, who... They've lost their beautiful, dear loved ones. You know, it's just, I just think it's awful. Anyway, I'm going to go. Please continue to lift the vibration and lift the frequency. And yes, if anybody in the old UK, God bless you all. But if you know anybody who wants to go into the army or something, please talk to them and say, just please explain to them, just tell them, just do not go into the army. Because it's not for a good cause, it's not. This is all about, same as any war, ka-ching, this is what it's about. It's not about anybody's lives. Oh no. Do you know what I mean? They couldn't give a damn. Anyway, please give a listening ear because it's always very welcomed, okay? And please take care of yourselves and please try to take care of others, okay? You know, sending each and every one of you bright blessings, peace, love and harmony in each and every one of your lives, okay? And may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected because you're all little angels, okay? Maatelijk babies. And, you know, and please give a pat on the back, a shake of the old hand to some family members, to some friends, to some work colleagues. Please tell them that they're super duper wonderful, super duper juicy and super duper delish and that you love them so, okay? And wherever you are in the world, please have a super duper time. You want to get one laugh, okay? And a smile a day keeps the doctor away, just like crunch crunch, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And if you like me, a moon a day keeps the doctor away, okay? So now, I mean, when I come off the camera to you all Maatelijk babies, whoever will even take the time to even listen to my videos, so once again, thank you for listening and watching. But I'll just go back to, you know, getting other things done. There we are, what I must get done, okay? But to me, things like this really rattle me. Do you see what I mean, Maatelijk babies? Because none of this has to happen at all. None of it. Okay, Maatelijk babies, so please, if you know somebody and they're in the army now, please say it to them. Please, I beg you with the Lord of mercy. Because it's not for what they think. Do you see, Maatelijk babies? Yes. I mean, I just before I go, I was listening to another one. Oh, she's an American woman. Who was she talking to? Stu Peters. He's on BitChute, Maatelijk babies. And they're having a conversation, a convert. And yeah, I mean, they made her, you know, do you see what I mean? Well, she's had, how many? Is it 3 heart attacks? Maatelijk babies, yes. Okay. So, you know, God bless her, if she had her time over again, she would never have, do you see what I mean? Because she fully well knows what's been done to her. Do you see what I mean, Maatelijk babies? Yes. So, you know, she'll never return back to God bless how she used to be. Do you see what I mean, Maatelijk babies? Yes. The putrid governments globally are not here to help any of us. Everybody must understand this. Well, for a lot more now, Maatelijk babies, they are understanding, okay? But others need to get it into their heads, into their noddles, okay? Anyway, I'm just not going to say nothing more, because when I say it, I get myself all flipping worked up, and I'm not going to do it, okay? So until my next video, my delicious babies, so much love, God bless, take care, thank you, goodbye.